G'day guys, and welcome back to another Shannons Engineering walk around video. Thanks for tuning in, and to those who are new to the channel, my name's Shannon. I'm going to take you through this beautiful car in front of me, and for those that are returning, thanks for coming back and hopefully watching a few other videos. Let's get straight into it. This is a brand new 2024 79 series dual cab V8, one of the very last shape V8s before the new shape, obviously, and this is still unregistered. So it's now December 25, and we've had about 3 months of pissing down rain, and that's why I'm inside today, because it's miserable outside, and I just want to have a nice clean workshop, and I want some peace and quiet, and I want to display this car as best I can. So here we go. Yeah, so this car took quite a while to build because the owner, bad planning on the owner's part, a lot of late changes which basically put him at the back of the queue. Basically, for example, the canopy and a lot of other accessories he wanted last minute. We were only instructed to do the portal axles and a tray, and then once we did all that and was ready to pick up, he came in and added a shitload of other stuff. So it has taken quite a while. We've had it in our care for some time now, but it's finally done and it's ready to hand over. So it's ready for rego. It's all done SSM, pre-registration. That means it's done on a federal level, and that allows us to have massive lift. That's right, we've got the marked full drive portal axles fitted. Looking underneath there, we've got heaps of ground clearance. I will go and get a milk crate in a second, and I'll show you how much diff clearance we have under the pumpkin there, that piece right there, and I'll put a milk crate under there and show you how high this car is. Fully street legal. These are 35-inch tyres. It's got upgraded brakes. The diffs are actually a lot wider. If you see here, you can see the wheel is poking out of the ARB bull bar a lot more than a standard cruiser. Oh, we've got one right there to show you. See how the wheel is right in? This is obviously a new shape, but same diff. The wheel is a lot in there on the bull bar, and then you come over here and they're sticking out more. So you can see that on the rear as well. This has had a rear diff replacement as well as a front one. Still on leaf springs. This has a 3.9 GVM upgrade. I don't know where to start with this video, but I'm showing you down the back here. We've got rid of the drum brakes and moved the handbrake up to the transfer case. We've got a nice bash plate there as well from Marks, and they also have a billet aluminium adapter there, so we can have a drum brake transmission handbrake up there. Nice 4-inch stainless steel exhaust underneath, and while we're under here, we've also Raptor coated the whole underneath of the chassis down the back there. When this car came to us, it was quite rusty, so we've managed to tidy that up here with a nice coat of paint. You can see that around the rear as well. Up here, this is the part here we painted, and then we've put all the accessories on after that, so nice and protected. Look at that, long range tank too. Nice big chunky exhaust. We've even got a little soap bottle there. Rear tap outlet, high mount tow bar, 8-ton recovery points both sides, and 3.5-ton tow bar. Up here we've got some 9-litre aluminium air tanks, all with brass fittings and stainless steel lines. This is connected to the compressor in the rear toolbox here. We've got a compressor in the toolbox, ARB twin piston, which is servicing those 2 aluminium tanks down the back, and that's great for pumping up your tyres, and that's pretty much all you really use the compressor for these days. Don't really use air tools anymore. I actually use my compressor for blowing a lot of sand and crap out of the seat, a lot of dog hair as well. I've got 2 dogs, but it's very handy to have compressed air on board rather than just having a compressor, because the air volume coming out of the compressor is not that high. But if you have 2 air tanks under there, it allows the compressor to pump up to 150 psi, and then when you're using your air gun, you've got 150 psi to play with, and it also allows the tyres to pump up a lot quicker too. So if you are getting off the beach, with all your mates and they're all getting their compressors out and plugging them into their battery and opening the bonnet, you will already have your air tanks fully charged, and therefore you'll be able to pump up your tyres a lot quicker and get back in the car. Don't know where to keep going with this car. There's so many bits on it. Like I said, ARB bar there in a standard black finish. We have put some wider flares on here to keep the car compliant, and also Raptor coated the front flares. We've changed the powder coated the steps, and we've put our decals on the doors to prevent stone chips. Nice wide tray there. You can see there we've pumped out the guards a lot to match the wider rear diff. We've got a stone guard in there as well. This is stopping stones getting under your tray. What did I say? 185 litre long range tank from ARB. I already mentioned that already. We've got short drop sides. Our trays and canopies are all done in Raptor, so it's a nice durable hard wearing finish. And then colour coded doors. No window tint on this car, which is pretty rare, I suppose. All the other cars we do, we generally offer window tint, but this guy just loves the sun. Safari snorkel, roof platform up there. This is a Rhino Rack roof platform with our lighting system that we do on nearly all the cars. We've got the white lights here, and then we do have the amber switch here. So those switches are fairly hidden, definitely out the way of kids playing with them because this car's so bloody high. And then sometimes we option for those switches to be actuated from in the car in the driver's seat, but not on this particular build. 40-inch light bar from Steady up the front there, and no spotties and no winch. This guy doesn't plan on getting stuck. I don't know why he didn't want a winch, but that's up to him. We've changed the grill too. We've got our Shannons Engineering grill. This is available on our online store now. We do have a online store. I'm not going to carry on about it. This is not an advertisement for it, so I won't harp on, but go check it out and you'll see a lot of bits and bobs we're now just selling to the general public that are featured in our cars. All right, in the cab, hang on. In the cab, we've done absolutely nothing. The guy didn't want to do it, so we didn't do it. Stock as a rock, brand new car, straight from the showroom. We've just got some cardboard on there just so we don't make a mess in his car while it's in our care. But yeah, brand new car, still the plastic on from Toyota. Nothing has been done inside at all. So I'm not going to go in there with you, but that's the standard trim. If you guys have seen any of our other videos, go and check them out and compare the door trims to what we do to the other cars, because it is a world of difference going from that, which is literally from the 70s, into the future, which is like this car here. That is it for the interior. The car has been PPF wrapped from Expel. If you guys notice, it is bloody shiny, and it is going to protect this car for life. It has a 10-year warranty on the film, free from defects and fading or peeling or anything like that. And the good thing about getting Expel to do the film is they actually fully wrap the corners. A lot of other brands, you'll see an edge there, or especially on the corners where they don't actually have the film go right up to. But on this car here, you literally can't tell it's been done, besides it being extremely shiny. Even these little bits are done. That's how good that film is. Also, you may notice we have blacked out the chrome strip and the handles and the locks, going with the black theme, all black or red, and that's it. That's why I thought tint would look good on this car. He has got a lot of inspiration from my SE Boss build, which is very similar to this, same portal axles, same colour car, and I also have a half canopy, but mine has a black door. Mine's covered in scratches anyway, so I didn't see the point in adding any more paint colour to my car. Nice tyre setup on the rear. For in the tray there, he's followed the lead of my car, and we've gone with the tie-down rails, full length of the tray, instead of the... actually, no, he's got them too. We've got the stainless steel tie-downs, and we've got the track system. So he's got multiple tie-down options there. There is no rope rails on this tray, and it's not on any of our other trays, because just don't see the point in having the rope so low. No one really ties things with ropes anymore anyway, so it's all ratchet straps, and if you did hook the ratchet strap on down here, the ratchet will be about there. It's just going to rub your paint off and push your drop sides in, so it's a lot easier to tie things from inside the tray, I think so. It's a lot more secure. It looks a lot neater. You don't have anything hanging on the outside of your car. You can still drop the drop sides with your load still secured, and so on. Okay, did I unlock the car? Yes. Let's look inside the Canopy. I don't know if you guys just noticed that. The lights just turned on all by themselves. You watch this, ready? Boom! Motion sensor lighting. Pretty much standard on all our Canopies. It is an option, but everyone goes for it. And then you do have a switch here to turn them off if you really want. And then you've got amber mode too. So you've got amber mode, amber and white both sides, switch independently. If you just walk away from the Canopy, the lights will just go out after 5 minutes. So therefore it doesn't really drain any of your battery. Not like he's going to ever have to worry about running out of battery. Look at that big bad boy. 200 amp hour lithium, mounted vertically up the top there. And to keep the wiring neat, if you can see that, we've got the Blue Sea MRBS fuse. I can't remember if that's the correct name of the fuse. And tucked in nice and neatly also, we've got the Victron shunt right on the battery post there. So that's keeping the wiring nice and neat. It means any current that's going through the battery is being monitored by the shunt. And then we do have our 375 watt inverter, nice and low, easy to get to at the front. And then a DC charger, a solar charger, our cable entry. All our trays and Canopies now come with a VIN plate, so that's good for any warranty or spare parts in the future. You just gotta just mention that number, and we'll know exactly what's been done to this car and the build and the parts and so on. The battery, if it gets below 5 or 10%, it'll go into sleep mode to preserve itself from going dead flat and damaging the battery. And once you want to wake it back up, we've got the battery reset button right there. A couple of fuses, a couple of bigger fuses, a Bluetooth dongle there too. So all this stuff is available on your phone. That's why there's no fancy displays. It's just a set and forget sort of system there. And then once you put the fridge there, it's sort of protected by the fridge. If you look as far as taking up room in your Canopy, to have all your 12 volt and a big battery like that, looking from your doorway, it doesn't really take up any room at all. So you've still got a nice big area there for activities. This Canopy is a little bit unique to our other ones. The owner was adamant he wanted to lift this off with a crane in his garage. Generally, when we do a half Canopy, it does not have a internal structure inside. We just keep it a lot more lightweight, more like a toolbox of sort, where it doesn't really need a square tube frame in there because it's just adding extra weight. But this guy wanted to lift it off from his crane, so we've added the lifting holes here, and we've also added some lifting lugs up the top there, and they are bolted in through into the square tube frame, so it is easy to lift off. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but we've also got USB-C on both sides, so charging your devices is nice and close to the doorway. And if you do have your Canopy shut, we've also got this little beauty. I don't know if you can see that. That's a USB A and C. Also, it's a high wattage one too, so it's like a fast charger. Up the top there, we've got a 100 watt solar panel. I'll see if I can reach up. This car is quite big. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's a panel up there. Everything's automatic, as you know. 12 volt systems are very reliable these days, especially using good quality products like Victron. Custom Lithium have been around for a little while now, so we really like using their products. They're easy to mount, they look good, they're nice and made in Australia as well, which is great. Drop sides, billet latches. You've seen these on our videos already. I love them. Everybody loves them. Now on our drop side, you can see we've got a 3mm aluminium. This is not an extrusion, this is actually folded in a brake press, and then we put a skin on the inside. This can also double up as a table for smoker or a couple of beers. And then another half your tray length. So this is a 900 and 900, so you've got a bit of area there for luggage, firewood. I don't know, you could even put a dirt bike up there, kids' bikes, chainsaw, whatever. That's the whole point of it, right? Around the back there, we have our standard tailboard setup. You guys would have seen this on a million other videos. Nice tail lights. We've got a rear trundle drawer tucked in here neatly. Nice big drawer. It's going to hit the roller door there. We have our fuel inlet, which is a standard cap from Toyota, so it's nice and safe. You just use your ignition key for that, so it's lockable. And we've got our high pressure tap outlet. Underneath the tray, we have a 60-litre water tank. You can't really see it up under there, but there is a tank. It's actually right above the axle. We try and keep the weight forward, so we've got the drawer at the back, water tank out the front, and it's nice and low, so low centre of gravity. And then you can either get water out of the tap fitting, which is just there, which is a low pressure out, or you can turn the pump on. Turn the pump on here. It's on a pressure switch, and you can use the high pressure outlet there. That's a fuel filler hose. There's your second air tank I mentioned in the beginning of the video, and that's pretty much for the rear end of this car. Let's have a look under here again. Like I said, long range tank. It's actually made of plastic, would you believe? I think the plastic ones are better than the steel ones. The steel ones are prone for stress cracking. They're also a lot heavier. They actually drive over this with a tank, and it pops back out. So upgraded brakes, upgraded brake lines, upgraded suspension, upgraded shocks. Nice and high. It's almost a 6-inch lift, so pretty big on the road. You do feel as a king on the road in these cars because you are quite high, but to stop the car from being top heavy, they've widened the diffs, so it's a lot more stable on the road. Let me just pop the hood. Only thing we've done inside the car, sorry I didn't mention this before, we've got the light bar and spotties. We've also got the air actuated hubs for the portals, so we've got away with the manual locking hubs, and now to lock them you just press that button and they lock automatically. You don't have to get out of the car in the mud when you're stuck. Hold on a second, let me just put this up. I can't even fucking reach it. There we go. Okay, pretty stock engine there. There is nothing being done to that. This is brand new. It's got about 40 Ks on this car, so it is literally brand new. And here is the compressor for the air locking hubs, and we have also changed the brake booster. This is now hydraulic, hence the hydraulic lines there, so the braking is increased to about 30% from standard. Up the top there, if you guys can see this, we've got all our breathers for the entire vehicle. We have our front and rear diffs, we've got our 4 portal hubs, and we've got our gearbox and transfer case, and also the lockers. The lockers on this car have a separate breather, so if anyone's working on a cruiser, don't forget to do that. Airbox has been modified for the snorkel, and that's about it for the intake system. I showed you the exhaust already under the car. No dual batteries. He's relying on everything being connected to the big boy in the back there, so like I showed you, there's not many accessories on the car, no winch, so no need for a massive power in the front. So we've literally got everything on the battery post there, nice and neat, neatly insulated. Everything is nice and tidy and out of the way. Pre-filter there, tucked in neatly. Tight fit, but it's in there. That's a diesel pre-filter with a water trap on the bottom. Upgraded towing mirrors, and that's pretty much it, I think, guys. Keep this video under half an hour. If you guys have any questions, hit me up in the comments. I'll be happy to answer any questions you've got. You can see our cable entry here. Nice and neat, a solar going up, a main cable here for charging, and then we've got all our peripherals like the rear camera, central locking, and all our other bits and bobs tucked in neatly there. That pretty much wraps up the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Check out our website. We've got shitloads of photos on there. I'm getting really good at the photography, do it all myself, so go and have a look. There'll probably be about 50 photos of this, and a build spec sheet list, which will be a written list, all in order, of everything I've discussed today. Other than that, there's probably a lot of other cars you can check out. Same goes for the YouTube channel. You can go and check out another video on there if you like. Any questions, hit us up. And then next on the hit list will be this bad boy. I think it's locked actually. I can't show you the interior. Can't show you there, but she's all leathered out in there. It looks absolutely beautiful. That's for another video, so stay tuned for that one. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Subscribe, all that crap. Or don't, I don't mind. I'm not doing it for money. Just doing it to show you guys what we do. So enjoy, and I'll see you on the next video.